Hello and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your weekend reading for the 13th and 14th of July. So we are moving towards a very volatile and fiery conjunction, Mars and Uranus. So let's see what is coming in. It can bring in unexpected change, or you might be really motivated for change. It can be unexpected events that you have to react and respond to really quickly, or that events that change things quickly. Balance. We're not seeing it in the reading. Transformation, the Two of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. Okay, interesting. And the Nine of Wands. Okay. Well, let's see. We have right in the center the transformation card, the Death card. Uncertain about that though. It's a bigger energy, the Death card, when it comes in. It's saying that there's something really shifting and changing in your world that might feel like it's out of your control. And you might feel a little bit uncertain or unsure about that, if it's going to bring happiness to you. It's like, but the thing is that on the other side of it is that unless this thing changes, you're dealing with burdens. And no matter how much you try and balance that out, it still is something that's been a burden. And so this Nine of Wands is there kind of caught in between in the middle, saying, I want to put these challenges behind me. I'm really soul weary and tired of a situation. And yet I'm still a little bit uncertain about stepping into this change. And so it feels like you're in this kind of, I want to move forward, but I also am happy to stay in my comfort zone. Do I look behind me and stay where I am? Or do I just go with this Death card? And the truth is that with the change that's coming in, you can't fight the Death card. I thought it would be more the Tower energy with this Mars-Uranus, but it's coming in more like the Death card, which is change is coming. And you just can't, it's time when this Death card comes through. Even the Pope, you can see the Pope's here trying to meet death, but death comes for everybody or for everything. Not quite literally. Literally it does, but this is not a literal interpretation of it. And so it's really saying the best way to work with this is to surrender to it, because otherwise you're pushing against the tide. You're going to struggle against an energy that's bigger than you. So it definitely could feel like the balance. I mean, you've got two cards of balance here with the Two of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. Something hangs in the balance, quite literally, and you're a little bit uncertain about where that's heading. Is it heading towards a rainbow of happiness, or is it something that, do you remain in the burden of the Ten of Wands? Do you remain dedicated to that old path? Or do you step into something that could be more the rainbow of happiness, or something that brings you happiness? And this character of the Two of Swords is just blindfolded. I don't know. I can't see it. I don't know yet. Uncertain with the Two of Swords. So the Nine of Wands is very much like suspicion, very suspicious minds, not sure about something, not sure about the change, not sure about perhaps somebody's underlying motivations. There could be, the Death card is Pluto. It can represent power and power struggles. The fact that we've got this sort of, both of them, the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Swords represent some kind of equilibrium. And it's like somebody is carrying the weight and somebody is happy. And so it's almost like two people can't remain happy at the same time. One person's going to be happy with the dynamic than the other. And it does feel like this could be some kind of power struggle. It could be that this is the Venus in Leo opposing Pluto in Aquarius energy I'm getting now, which can be things like issues around control, manipulations, suspicions, obsessions, things like that, intense, overwhelming energy that comes through. And so in terms of just noticing the dynamics in the people around you, just becoming aware of what feels like it's, whether somebody's acting in integrity, what feels equal and what doesn't, this is the equal give and take here. And it feels almost like, are you being asked to carry something that is not yours? Or, yeah, there's just these sort of like underlying tension with it. Like I'm questioning, is this equal? Is this balanced? What's going on here? Am I putting in as much as what I'm getting back from a search situation? And can I trust this situation? Can I trust this person? That can be coming through with it as well. So there's all these interesting underlying, just on a personal relationship level, like I'm trying to work out who I'm trusting, and all these interesting little power plays. And every single conversation we have involves some kind of power play. But this is more of an intense one, where it feels like someone is trying to control or manipulate, whether they're aware of it or not. But also there's, on a bigger energy, there's this death card that's saying, look, change is coming. And the way that people respond to it on a more human level, like on a bigger level, change is coming. On a more human level, this might freak some people out, and they might want to go into, okay, I need to feel in control. And that for them means controlling the narrative, or controlling somebody else, or controlling a situation. That's how some people go into how they deal with something that's big and unknown, like the change that's coming. And then there's going to be those that resist that, going, well, I don't want to be controlled. I don't want that. And so there's this sense of feeling like things are just naturally moving towards this big change, and how everyone responds to that is very sort of unequal, very different and unequal. And so the best way to kind of deal with this is smack bang in the middle is Pluto, the death card, quite literally. This is about just being transparent, being open and honest about your fears, even if you're in that kind of a relationship, if you can be. So that is, I mean, we're seeing that it's heading towards that 10 of Cups. There can be happiness here, but whether it's with the current situation or the current person, that's up for debate with this Two of Swords. I'm not sure about this person or this situation here. So suspicious minds with the Nine of Wands. I've got my suspicions about this or this person, but it's a bit of a wait and see. Wait and see. The jury's out with the Two of Swords, not sure yet. Something hangs in the balance. So interesting, some bigger energies at play. And I think the way to deal with this is to just understand that that's what it is. Everybody responds differently to this sense of something big is shifting and changing here. And for whatever reason, I kind of feel like I want to step back and detach from it and observe why people want to need to manipulate or be in control. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. Like, I just want to take a step back and just observe the dynamics, and that in itself, just aware that these are some of the transits that are around and some of the energy that's around at this moment in time, gives you the insight to understand people's underlying motivations or why they do things. But you don't have to take it on. You could see it as a projection. But also, like, I don't want to be taking on somebody else's burdens. I don't want to be feeling like I'm manipulated because somebody else is scared or somebody else is afraid or somebody else has got something else going on. So it's all about finding these kind of clear boundaries and somehow working out what equality means to you within these dynamics, and trying to be in integrity with that. So that's interesting. It's volatile weather going into the energetic weather going into the weekend, I have to say. But it can also be very dynamic changes that come through. So we shall see, like we said, like the Two of Swords, we shall see. And either way, with the tens, two tens and the death card, a situation is going to end in some way or some fashion. There's going to be some kind of conclusion or ending here. So that is the reading for the weekend. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Check out my Instagram page. It's all new. Link is below, and have a good weekend.